There's a shift happening around XRP right now. Some people see it, some people don't. But if you step back and look at everything happening all at once, the ETFs, the institutional inflows, the supply leaving exchanges, the global payment conversations, it starts to feel like we're entering a completely different phase of this asset's life cycle. Today, I want to walk through everything that's actually happening with XRP in a clear and grounded way, so you can understand what matters and what doesn't. Welcome to XRP Insights. I've been following XRP in the crypto space since 2017, and over the years I've seen a lot of hype, a lot of noise, and honestly, a lot of misinformation. What I always wanted was a place where people could get simple, honest updates without drama or confusion. And that's why I started this channel. Every day I watch the news, the charts, the analysts, and the broader market. My goal is to take all of that information and make it easy to understand, so you can stay informed without getting overwhelmed. I'm not here to hype anything up or make outrageous predictions. I'm here to give you clear explanations and my honest take on what I'm seeing. So let's talk about what's really going on with XRP right now. Before we begin, this video is for education and entertainment only. Nothing here is financial advice. Always do your own research. And just so you know, some of the tools I mention, like TradingView or Ledger wallets, may have affiliate links in the description. They don't cost you anything extra, but if you use them, the channel may receive a small commission. It helps support the channel, but it never affects my analysis or what I say. Let's start with the overall market picture, because understanding the environment helps make sense of what's happening to XRP. Recently, XRP saw a sharp breakout, roughly a 7% surge, following the launch of new spot XRP ETFs. These ETFs changed the landscape almost instantly. Up until now, most XRP trading was driven by retail investors, short-term speculators, and traders on leverage. But ETFs bring in a completely different type of buyer: long-term, institutional investors who want regulated exposure and don't want to deal with exchanges or self-custody. And this matters for one simple reason. ETFs don't flip coins. They buy, they hold, and they remove supply from the open market. When supply decreases and demand stays the same, or increases, that's when you start to see structural changes in price behavior. On top of that, exchange balances of XRP have been declining. Less XRP available on exchanges means less liquidity for large sell-offs, but also more sensitivity to buying pressure. This doesn't guarantee a straight line up, nothing does, but it does change how XRP reacts to news and momentum. Now, the headlines around XRP have been intense lately, and a lot of people are trying to interpret what they mean. So let's break down the major stories that are shaping XRP today. First, the ETFs. Multiple XRP ETFs launched recently, and early inflows have been surprisingly strong. This is the closest thing XRP has had to a gateway for mainstream investors. For years, institutional investors avoided XRP because of regulatory uncertainty and the SEC lawsuit. But with the lawsuit now resolved and ETFs officially live, that barrier has been removed. Some analysts have even said that the ETF launches represent a new chapter for XRP. And while that sounds dramatic, there is some truth to it. ETFs bring consistency, liquidity, and legitimacy. They also tend to attract long-term capital, which strengthens price floors over time. Second, there's been talk about an important 6-day period that could influence short-term price moves. This relates to multiple factors happening at the same time: macroeconomic announcements, ETF inflow cycles, and supply movements on exchanges. It doesn't guarantee a big move, but windows like this often create volatility, and volatility can create opportunity. Third, some technical indicators have been flashing caution. Momentum has cooled off in the short term, and several analysts have pointed out that if Bitcoin struggles, XRP could retest lower levels. Some predictions call for a temporary move toward the $2 range if support breaks. This isn't doom and gloom. It's just the reality of how markets behave. Even in strong uptrends, corrections happen. But the fourth headline is the most interesting one. Several medium-term models suggest that XRP could push toward the $3 to $6 range if ETF demand remains steady and exchange supply keeps shrinking. Now, it's important to be clear. These are models, not guarantees. But the fact that more institutional analysts are even discussing these numbers shows how differently XRP is being viewed today compared to just a year or two ago. Let's talk about the tools we use on this channel, because understanding them helps you follow along with the analysis. TradingView is where we look at chart structures, trend lines, support zones, and resistance levels. It helps us see the bigger picture and avoid making emotional decisions based on short-term moves. CoinMarketCap gives us a quick snapshot of real-time price, market cap, supply, and volume. It's a simple way to see where XRP stands in the broader crypto market. And if you hold XRP long-term, hardware wallets like Ledger give you a secure way to store your assets offline. Exchanges can be hacked, frozen, or shut down, but a hardware wallet keeps your crypto under your control. Again, any affiliate links you see never change my analysis. They just help support the channel. Now let's get into my honest view of where XRP stands today. In the short term, I expect volatility. Whenever new products like ETFs launch, you often see excitement followed by cooling. That's normal. If the market pulls back, XRP could retest support levels, and that shouldn't surprise anyone. This is still crypto, and nothing moves in a straight line. But the medium-term story is much more compelling. ETFs fundamentally change the character of an asset. They bring in buyers who don't trade based on emotion. They bring in capital that doesn't panic sell. They bring consistency. And when that type of capital meets a shrinking supply on exchanges, it creates the potential for stronger and more sustainable price movements. Combine that with the now-resolved lawsuit, clearer regulatory status, and ongoing interest in cross-border payment solutions, and XRP is in one of the strongest positions it has been in for years. But nothing is guaranteed. There will be dips. There will be corrections. There will be headlines that cause fear and headlines that create excitement. That's the nature of every market. The important thing is understanding the difference between noise and real progress. Right now, XRP has real progress, regulated products, institutional access, reduced supply, and growing infrastructure. If you found this update helpful, make sure to subscribe for more grounded XRP analysis. Thanks for watching XRP Insights. Let's see what happens next.